It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the 49ers and the Cardinals under the lights on Monday night.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. With Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. What a great opening week to the NFL season it has been so far. And Brock, tonight's contest officially closing out week 1. You know these teams are happy to have the big spotlight to begin their seasons.
Yeah, a bit of added energy and juice in the building. Added challenge at the same time, too, Kate. They are amped up. Okay, they've watched everybody else get a chance to play, and now all eyes are on them. It brings some added pressure, no question. And we'll get to see which team can rise to the occasion.
It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. On the return, here's Jones. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners since Kyler Murray.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Murray here on first down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. doesn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, it's Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Play action now, Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The 49ers and their wide receivers set for this next possession. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. One of the tight ends motioning right. Purdy throwing here on first. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cardinals grab it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First and 10, Murray connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Benson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cardinals get it down to a single point. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. First down throw by Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Motioning left is their running back. From the gun is Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Running back sent in motion. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
McCaffrey will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers break the tie here in the first. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. And off to Benson to start the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Nick Bosa makes the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Try connected with Samuel, but it's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14.
Cardinals 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here's Jones. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. It's Benson on the give. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
They'll punt it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Kittle brings it in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now. Purdy setting up that play action. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He finds Johnson. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. That throw finds Kittle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive.
And the 49ers get there and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Play action now with Purdy. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Murray here on first down. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 49ers, 37-yard.
The give now to Benson. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Fred Warner. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
You're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Purdy on 1st down. And down he goes. The Cardinals got there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum. That might just be the sack they needed.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. That finds Ayuk complete. Galloping inside the 40. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10, Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jones reels it in. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the 49ers will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Connects with Johnson. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. From the gun is Purdy. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
2nd and 4. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw again, it's Purdy. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. Mitch Wisnowski headed back down as they'll punt it away once more. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Connor trying the right side. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Nick Bosa makes the stop. No gain on the play there. Might need to dig into that bag of tricks for 3rd and very long. It's Connor again. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. Well, even if they weren't able to drop it, it was no doubt the pressure that deserves the credit for that safety.
That is a defense's dream and a quarterback's absolute nightmare. In the end zone, well, only so much room to roam became really easy to lose track of the boundary for the quarterback and for that defense to make that nightmare a reality for the QB.
That's taken at the 15. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. They've got first down from the 31. Pressure comes, Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Purdy. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Purdy setting up that play action. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a 49er first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. And it's the 49ers with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Purdy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He finds Johnson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
Cardinals 7.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This is reeled in by Wilson.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Murray here on first down. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Murray on third down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Purdy on first down. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. We've hit halftime in our first Monday night contest of the season. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League.
And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Purdy throwing here on first. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. Purdy throwing here. That's complete to Kittle on the sideline.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Moody knocks it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10. Here's Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws.
He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals still trail by a lot. It's a 26-point differential. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They kick the running back in motion. From the gun is Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's a pickup of 9. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now it's Purdy. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
That one's cut along the left sideline. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down. To throw again, it's Purdy. And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Ooh, the Cardinals get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Moody knocks it through, and that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cardinals are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Benson on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down. Murray looking to throw. Oh, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Looking to throw, Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 11. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Cardinals football. Here comes their offense out again. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. give up the gut to Benson. And he's able to push this ahead to around the 27. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 27. Searches, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he...
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On now comes their punter. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. First throw for the backup now. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zaven Collins in on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. Now this offense ready to head back out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Kyler throwing here. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Cardinals have it, 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They'll run, it's Benson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. That finds Ayuk complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Garrett Williams. Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball. Murray here on 1st down. That's complete to Wilson. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24. He's got him. That's McBride. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Murray. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of...
And they get to him again! And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
4th and forever coming up. They snap it to Murray. Oh, it puts some heat on this deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Benson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Benson once more. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Finds his target, Ryman. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. Jones reels it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Murray on 3rd down. This one's caught. And in for the Arizona touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And And the Cardinals trail by 22 now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. McBride hauls it in. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Offense up to the line fast. Has the connection to Jones. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Murray to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Got to hurry this to the line. Another try following the sack. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now Kyler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Wilson's got it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. First and 10, Murray. Able to find Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Murray. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And the 49ers get there and take him down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Glendale.